Jadi nggak ada yang tahu. Jadi sudah di record ya sama Osen. Oke. Iya, nang mulai ya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, class. Last week, we have talked about nematode in poultry and then pets and in fish, right? And today, we're gonna continue about the nematode in ruminants, horses, pigs, and wild animal. Okay, now for the first slide here, I show you about Ascarisuum. So this one, this worm, we find in pig, and wait, they have synonym large roundworm, and the length is you can read by yourself. But the point is female bigger than male worm. Okay, and definitive host in pig, but sometimes you can found in sheep, goats, duck, and humans. Predilection or the side of this worm in the spine, and for infective is L3 or, or stage larvae, right? And the for this one, I don't know what happened. It's okay. And this picture show you about the life cycle in environment. Last one, egg pass out in phases, and after that, the egg develop to be larvae, second larvae, and then finally to be third third stage of larvae, and then ingested by this definitive host. And after that, you should know the life cycle within the definitive host bodies. So when this egg or infective stage ingested by this pig, they will hatch in this small intestine and go to the liver and go to the heart and lung, and after that to the pharynx, and after that swallow it again to this place or to this site, and then to be mature here. So that is the life cycle of Ascaris suum. Now, this picture show you about the characteristic of it. Have a thick layer or thick cell of it. You know, the layer is some multiple layer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And The first layer is uterine layer, and then vitelline layer, chitinous layer, and this one is the protein. So something that have layer from protein, it's very difficult to destroy them. Then when the layer is come from or like a lipid layer, that is the point. And this is the worm. The female is bigger than male here, and they have dorsal lip, ventral lips. This is their mouth or buccal, and they have fleshy lips like this one. Okay, this is about the Ascarizoom. And we jump to the next worm in the peak, namely Trichuris suis. If you see at this form of egg, which one worm that have the similar form like this egg? Anyone know? Capillaria, excellent. Capillaria have similar form of egg like this one, guys. Okay. And I'll show you about the difference between capillaria egg and also trichoris egg. Okay, now the trichoris Swiss have definitive host peak predilection or the size the side of this worm in cecum, and female is bigger. The rear posterior part is thicker, like this one. This is his posterior part, and this is his anterior part. Infective stage of this worm is L1, first stage of larvae, and about 6 to 8 weeks. This is his trichoris Swiss. And you know, this is the uh, anterior part, and this one is posterior part. And this is the difference between capillaria egg form and also trichoris egg form. Like this one, they have different in this plug. Polar plug here is more prominent than when you see at this egg. In capillaria is more flat. Okay, that is the difference between two form of egg here. Okay, now Acanthocephala is the name of phylum. They are not nematode phylum, but Acanthocephala phylum. Why I give to you? Because this is a very famous worm in pig. So I give this material, and you should know it well because I will make a question in my examination for you. So you should know it well. And the synonym or the common name for this worm is thorny headed worm. So thorny, like this one, thorny. So many. Okay. Females bigger than male. The body wrinkled cuticle like this one, you see. And the anterior part has a proboscis. So this one, namely proboscis, that can pull with a curved hook. Definitive host is pig. Infective state called a kistakan, not L1, L2, or L3, but we call it kistakan. Okay. Which one the kistakan stage that you should know? Like this one. So please look at here. This is the life cycle of this worm. When the worm become mature, they will lay their egg at the feces, and that feces contain this egg. And this egg, you will find a cantor. Okay. First stage of the larva, like in the other nematode, like namely a cantor in this age. And after that, when this intermediate host, because the life cycle is indirect life cycle, so they need intermediate host here. And when this egg is ingested by this intermediate host, the egg will develop from acanthor to be acantella and finally become cistacan. And after that, when the definitive host feed this one intermediate host, they will infect it. So please take note about cistacan. Okay, intermediate host is beetles and beetles. Predilection or the site of this worm is small intestine. Okay, this one is the form of their egg, and this is proboscis. Okay, that's all the worm in the pig, and we jump to the horses, nematode and horses. First thing first, you should know about the Parascaris equorum because this is very famous worm in the equine. So for the life cycle, it's still similar like the other nematode, but you should take note about the infective stage here because the infective stage is second stage larvae, not third stage larvae. Okay, and after that, when this egg contains second stage of larvae in the grass, and when this horse feed of the grass, this egg will ingest it here, and the larvae egg hatch and larvae penetrate the small intestine to liver and lung. So this is the root of this larvae when they within in the definitive host. Okay, and you can read this one. So I give you this some sentences here you can read. So the first one, the larvae eggs are ingested from the environment, hatch in small intestine. After that, they come to the circulation and carry it to the liver. And then after that, they go to the lung and then pharynx. Oh, sorry, before come to the pharynx, they break out the vasculature and enter alveoli. And after that, this larvae, go ahead. Enter the alveoli. These larvae migrate up the airways or are caught up into the pharynx. Okay. You know what is the difference between larynx and pharynx on last week, right? So where they are swallowed and return to the small intestine to complete maturation. This is the root of this larvae within the definitive host. They have synonym Ascaris equiorum. Before you learn about Ascarisuum, and now you find the similar in the equine, and namely Ascaris equiorum. That is the other name of Parascaris equiorum, right? And the female is bigger than male, and the definitive host is in the horses and also equid like a donkey. And for the predilection of or the site of this worm in the small intestine, and I have told to you that you should take a note because the infective stage is larvae, second stage of larvae, and this worm have a stiff body with a large head. Prominent lips are obvious like this one. One, two, three. It's okay. And pre-patent period is approximately 10 weeks. And I will tell you this information on the next semester, right? And you see here it's like a spaghetti. So so delicious. But this worm, right? And this one is the egg. Okay, we jump to the next slide. This is the second worm that you should know. The name is Strongylus vulgaris. The difference between the other, because the egg hatch in the environment, not within the body. That is so different, right? So you should take a note if this Strongylus vulgaris the larvae heads in environment. It's not in within the host body. And common name of this Strongylus vulgaris is bloodworm. Why? The common name is bloodworm because sucker bloodworm. And female is bigger than male. Definitive host is equid and predilection in the colon, and L3 as the infective stage, and they are a prominent buccal capsule with small teeth around its opening and two rounded teeth at its base. This one. This is the rounded teeth. Okay, for the egg characteristic, you can read by yourself. And route of transmission is plural. And I believe you have know about the difference between Strongylus edentatus, Strongylus equinus, and Strongylus vulgaris, because you have did your practicum at the laboratory. But I mention or I just highlight about the life cycle. If Strongylus vulgaris, they will come to the intestine and after that to the circulation or blood circulation and go to the colon. But edentatus is so different because from the intestine, they go to the liver and finally go to the colon. And for the equinus, when they come to this one colon and then go to the liver and after that go to the pancreas. And finally, they back to the colon. This is a different site or route when they within in the definitive host body. Do you get it? Please take note because this is very important for your mid examination, mid semester examination, guys. Now I just add this information for the prepatent period for Strongylus edentatus, prepatent period for Strongylus vulgaris, and also the prepatent period for Strongylus equinus. Okay, now we jump to the nematodes in the ruminants. This class is so fast because I give you so many discount. It's not much material, I think. So I hope you learn or study hard so you will get the best score in this parasitology. In the ruminant, I will give you trichuris or subacustomum in the cecum and colon as their predilection or site, and small intestine. This one, without Monizia, Emiria, and so on. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. And in the abomasum, you should know about Hymonchus and also Trichostrongylus. Okay. For the other one, if you want to enrich your knowledge or insight, please read the book from Dr. Jessica. Okay. And now the first one about Hymonchus contortus. Hymonchus contortus is very famous worm in the ruminant. So you should know it well. This one is the life cycle of this worm. And larvae 3 is the infective stage of this worm. And I just show you about the development from L3 or third stage larvae to they will develop to be XL3 and XL3 to be L4. You know this one, like in the snake. So they change their skin. Molting. Okay, good. So this one is the development of this larvae, and finally they have thick tail like this one. Then the first stage in the third stage of larvae, and this one they have like perfect of mons or buccal here. And you know, when they are in the environment, they use aerobic. They will be aerobic organism when they exist in environment. But when they come in or enter to the definitive host, they will use this anaerobic. So they will become anaerobic organism because the oxygen so limit within the definitive host. And you can read by yourself here. And now this is very important for you. You should know about this part. Full far flap or full far flap. This one is anus tail and this one is pur pursa keplu kepulatri. Because Hymontosaurus is pursuit nematode. Okay, like what I said at the last week. This one is cervical papil here. So to identification this is Hymontosaurus or not, we can see at this part they have cervical papillae. This one is the man's capsule. Size female bigger than male is okay. And for the morphological has protrude vulva flap with red and white lines like this one, barber pole. You see? Why? They have white and red like our flag. Why? Because Hymontosaurus. Why? Yes, you're right. Because they are a bloodsucker or blood-sucking worm. So their intestine, so many horse blood in their intestine, and then for the white, this one for the white color, this is the uterus, their uterus. So the color to be white and red, and we call it barber pole because like in the barber. Okay, for the infective larvae is L3. The route of transmission is plural and the venitive host in the ruminant actually. And they have no intermediate host because their life cycle is direct life cycle. And for the site or predilection is in the abomasum. And for the prepatent period is 19 to 21 days, but can be shorter in animals with a weak immune system. My question is why? My question is why prepatent period becomes shorter in animal with a weak immune system? Because cannot digestion. They can. Okay. Good. Perfect answer. Because when the immune system, so which one immune system that have rule to make worm be die or inactive? Which one? Which one immune system that have rule to make this worm become inactive or die, like what you said before? Sorry, IG, IgA, IgE, IgE. Okay, the other one, innate. It's innate. Your answer is adaptive immunity. This is innate immunity. Which one? Good. Excellent. Eosinophil. Because eosinophil produce a toxin for helminth. Okay. So take a note for that one. Okay. Metistosirus is similar with this one, Hymontus contortus. And how to distinguish which one the Metistosirus and which one is the Hymontus contortus? To distinguish them, you should know about the position of the vulva. The vulva is situated at the beginning of the posterior third of the body. This is a useful feature for distinguishing Hemonchus from Megistoceros, in which the vulva is positioned near the tip of the tail. Okay, so the position of the vulva. This is they have barbed spicules in the hymonchus here, and they have a cervical papillae, like a figure before in the previous slide that I have showed to you. Okay, we jump to the Oesophagus tomum radiatum, and the same one, the eggs or the larvae hatch in environment. After that, L3 larvae ingested by this host, a definitive host, and definitive host is cattle, buffalo, and predilection in the large intestine. Male smaller than female. Buccal capsule swallow month round at surrounded two rows of corolla or leaf crown here. This one is the leaf crown. L3 infective as a infective larvae, and they can transmit by oral transmission, and the life cycle for the prepatent period is about 40 days. You get it in the practicum, Oesophagus venulosum, dentatum, radiatum, bifurcum. I ate of Oesophagus columbianum, and they have a definitive host in the sheep and goat, and the predilection or the site of this worm in the large intestine. Now, this is Megistoceros digitatus. Megistoceros and Hymonchus contortus, very similar. And to distinguish them, you should know about this one. Both of them have lancet. So Hymonchus contortus and Megistoceros have lancet. What the function of this lancet? What is the function? Lancet. Hook. Anything else? So lancet. Lancet in our daily, we know about the tool, namely lancet. So what the function of the lancet? To cut. Good. So they are blood sucker. So they need like to cut the mucus, and after that blood will come in and they will suck that blood. Okay. So they need lancet. Both of them have lancet, but in the Megistoceros, they have no vulva flap. But Haemon just have this one, vulva flap. Okay, take a note, please, because this is very important for you. And definitive host in sheep, goats, goat, and buffaloes. Predilection or the site of this worm in the abomasum for the prepatent period varied between 61 and 79 days. Okay, we jump to the next slide, and this is the worm papillae or cervical papillae. It's like this one, or in Bahasa you say it util like that. And this is the lancet that I have said before. This is his papil and bursa pluatic, and this one is the spicula, so long spicula here, right? This is his vulva. Okay, we jump to the next slide. Especially all of them, all of this worm, all of this worm here, have the same predilection, and the predilection in the small intestine. And after that, I divide them to be three groups: first group, second group, and third group. For the first group, Trichostrongylus, Coperia, Nematodes, they have the same transmission. How they transmit, or they can infect it, or they can infect the definitive host by per oral. But the second group and also strongyloides, they can infect their definitive host by peroral and also percutan. And the last group, Gregeria pascicellis, only percutan. So focus in this slide because it helps you to answer your mid semester assignment. Nematodes coperia and also Trichostrongylus have the same how they can transmit to the definitive hosts by per oral, right? And the different, I think it's just about the this one spicula form, and this one is the spicula form. For the coperia, spicular sort and have a large protuberance at the distal half. This one tapering to a slightly blunted point. This one, the blunted point. Okay. But we can find it at the nematodes. Trichostrongylus columbriformis. The common name is bankrupt worm. Why the name is bankrupt worm? Because they make the farm to be bankrupt. So the farmer give the name or common name for this worm is bankrupt worm. Male is smaller than female, and the spicular thick brown unbranched here and have equal length. Prepatent period approximately 3 weeks. This is Trichostrongylus colubriformis. And we jump to the second groups that have transmission by peroral and also percutan, strongyloides and punostomum. And I have told to you at the last week, strongyloides have a specific or have a unique characteristic. What is that? Strongyloides. Please answer this question. If you can't answer this question, I don't want to continue my lecture. What is the unique character that strongyloides have? What is that? They had outside anus, outside the host, head outside. Okay, that's correct. But the other thing, anyone know? What? It's okay, but the point is not that one. This is very important. Strongyloides. Last week I have told you it's very unique characters that strongyloides have within the what is that? What? How? Because I can read in this what he or she said. Oh my god. please please enter your room. Anyone? Oh, here, yeah. Oh my god, Julius Baltazar is great. I don't know. Who is Julius? VISE student. Oh my god. Julius Baltazar, you are correct. And so smart, shouldn't I think? Because Julius Baltazar um perfect, and that is the correct answer. So strongyloides um have like a parthenogenetic character. They don't need male to produce egg or embryonic egg. Okay, so like this one, only female as a parasite within the definitive host body. For the male is not. Okay, and where is the male? They are in only in environment. Okay, so when they mature, like this one, this is the major in the small intestine. They lay their egg here as well, and then after that, this egg hatch in the environment as well. Okay, and then they have two ways to transmit to the or how they can infect their definitive host. The first thing first is by percutan and also per oral. And the route after they enter the skin, they will go to the heart by circulation, blood circulation, and go to the lung, and after that pharynx and swallow. Okay, this is strongyloides species. And now we jump to the Budostomum. It's one of the larger nematodes of the small intestine of ruminant, and they are blood-sucking. Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, thank you. And infection with the L3, maybe percutan or also per oral, like strong ileitis, right? And the skin penetration, the larvae travel to the lung and to four stage larvae before re-entering the gastrointestinal tract after approximately 11 days. Ingested larvae usually develop without migration. Further development continues in the gut. And for the prepatent period, is about 6 weeks after skin penetration or 7 to 10 weeks after ingestion. I have told to you how important you should know about the prepatent period. Okay, this one is the last worm in the ruminant that you should know, Gigeria fascisalis. This one is the character of this worm, commonly known as the hookworm. And definitive host is the sheep, goat, and wild ruminant, and the site or predilection in the duodenum and small intestine. The life cycle is direct, so they don't need intermediate host. And infective L3 larvae similar to of Bunostomum trigonocephalum and are susceptible to desiccation. Okay, this one predilection duodenum and small intestine. The parasite is a voracious blood sucker. So they need more blood and more blood, right? And for the morphological, this is the anterior for them. And this one is very unique spicule form because their spicule characteristic is recurve spicules divergent posteriorly. Like this one. It's not convergent but divergent. You know the difference between divergent and convergent? Divergent. So they differ. Or in bahasa memisah. Okay, that's all the nematode in the ruminant. And the last worm that I told to you is about the nematode in wildlife. But I just highlight human can be infected by the nematode from this wild animal when they eat uncooked meat from them. Okay. For the example, in the crocodile, we can find Contrasecum and also anisakis. Anisakis, uh, you have no anisakis, right? Because last week we talked about it. Anisakis in fish. Good. Okay, that's it. And after that, this one is very important for you. Callicephalus. Genus Callicephalus are hookworm of snake. The life cycle is direct with a prepatent period 2 till 4 months. And ingestion of contaminated food or water or percutaneously. When the definitive host, when the definitive host ingestion, they will infected by this Callicephalus. And for the predilection in small intestine. Okay. Callicephalus, please take note. I show you about the form of Callicephalus egg here. And this slide describe that we can find strong elite nematode, ascarid egg, this one is only nematode, right? Pentastomida is not nematodes. So you should underline the strong elite nematode, ascarid nematode, strongyloid nematode, capillaria nematode, and the last one is Pilum acanthocephala. We can find it in the snake. Okay. And then this one is my last slide here. So you should know that in the turtle, you can find ascarid nematode, strongyloid nematode, and strongylid nematode in the turtle. Okay, take a note, please. You should know it. And that's all for this lecture or this class. If you have any question, you can ask to me. Raise your hand and ask to me. Anybody? Any question? No? Nobody? Julius? Do you have any question to me? Ah, Julius, right? Okay. If you don't have any question, I'll close this class. It's okay? Thank you very much for having me and see you at the our examination, right? Please study hard and I believe you can got your best score in this parasitology. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufik walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. Ilham Lee? No, no, no. Ini Lee. Lee saja ya. Sama